Nothing Pretty Farm. Okay, I'm getting a lot of Facebook notifications saying post something, post something, post something. Hey, social media just isn't my thing, but for the sake of sharing information and keeping things going, and I'll get some of the tripods and wands and all that other good stuff so that the presentations are better, but I'm not into editing. Anyway, so last year we did 25 meat birds. It was all right. I was expecting a little something different. This year we're gonna do something different. So um, a few years back, my son and I built uh, that chicken tractor, and it was only out of haste because we ended up with some mutual friends giving us some layers that we made a quick brooder, and then they outgrew the brooder, and then we had to make a quick chicken tractor. I put some wheels on it. It's good for about 16. I've had as many 19 layer hens in it, but the first year I did 25 broilers, and it was a bit much. Tight space. Uh, this year I was all set to build a bigger chicken tractor, and when I did the cost benefit analysis for the chicken tractor, I said it just didn't make sense for me. I'm not in this for the money. I'm just growing food for my family. So I went with keeping the existing chicken tractor. I still may build one that is just a different design and less cost and material, but I went with the Premier One netting so that the birds could get some exercise, move about, and man, I love it. I absolutely love it. Um, every morning I don't give them their entire daily ration. They do their thing. I move the net around. There's a reason I have it staggered the way it is, so that they can go in and out. But should a predator, and I get them all. If you notice in my chicken tractor at the bottom, it's also got wiring because I was getting predators digging under, but my biggest predators come from the sky. The more habitat they tear down around here, the greater the threat. I lost 8 layers because I used to let them range all over the property. And the hawks, everybody loves chicken, so 8 hawks down. I had to build a 24-foot by 28 wide chicken run so that they could have protection, especially during the months when the trees aren't green. In any case, moving the Premier One netting is really easy. Moving the avian netting, and I hope you can see it. I just have avian netting running from the chicken tractor out to certain points and low to the ground. So I've already had a hawk try to come swoop in the first day, and as soon as they see the avian netting, they pull up. I may lose 1 or 2. That's just the price of the game. But so far, I hadn't lost one to a predator, and even Jolie, she's learned her lesson about the fencing. So, and generally she doesn't bother them, but every once in a while, she's a gun dog. So if a bird starts running, she runs it down, and we end up with an early chicken dinner or something. So in any case, I wanted to share that. I'll post it, and I hope it benefits someone. So far, the solar, I have the Electric Shock 60 and 100 feet of netting on the top rail. Depending where I place the charger, I get about 10,000 volts. and 6,000 down in the lower spots. I don't think anything's getting through that, you know. And this particular netting is designed for chicken, and I think you can use it for sheep. I'm gonna buy some more netting, God willing, as time and money presents itself, but not for the broilers. We may add sheep so we can move sheep ahead of the broilers, and layers when we do that again. I have layers coming later because I like to you know, keep ahead of the degradation of egg production. And I'm gonna go with a different type. A lot of these birds will be a different breed. So what I've noticed is the hawks don't go after the darker feathered birds. I don't know if there's any science behind it, but this time I've ordered only darker feathered birds and some Jersey Giants to replicate the posture of roosters, because I don't use roosters. There's a lot of neighbors around here that, you know, dogs. The train starts going at 3 in the morning. Dogs start barking, rooster starts crowing. I don't even like it, but suddenly I became the problem. So we remedied that problem, and then now all they can hear is their dogs barking, and nobody's crying about that. So anyway, we'll sort it out. Uh-oh, I just had two little sea monsters bow up on each other. I like this because they get more of the chickeny aspect. They're running around, plus all the poop isn't in, you know, where they're bedding down at in the evening. It's out here. I can move, and you can probably notice some areas. Oh, I don't know if this camera. Notice where I've moved some areas. I do not edit. I don't have time for editing. So it is what it is. Hope it's helpful to someone, and definitely the cost is initially kind of shocking, but when I fix something for my family, I know exactly where it came from and exactly what's going into my family. So sorry, I got a bunch of shoulder problems, so I have to switch arms, and that makes it worth the benefit, you know. And times are questionable. All right, our freezer, praise God, is generally full of venison and chicken, fish. You know, I just go get it. It's not that I can't go to the store and buy it, but why? I don't know where that stuff in the store is coming from, but I know where things are coming out of a natural environment, and I process my own. I process my own chicken. I process my own deer. Make my own sausage, jerky, you name it. It's worth. If you didn't grow up doing it, you might want to spend a little time learning how to go about it. All right, love y'all. Talk to y'all later.